What's up everybody, Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, coming at you with another video. Thank you guys very much for taking time out to check it out. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that like button. Go ahead and pound it. We're changing things, baby. We're getting things going in a different direction. Xbox is the best box, and now everybody's gonna know, you know? Let's let people know that the internet's not run by Sony fanboys anymore. That's right. Rack that shit up. Break them motherfucking pony legs. Anyway, on to today's topic. Xbox Scorpio is something that everybody's going to be talking about, and we're going to be talking about it for the foreseeable future. We're obviously going to get news about it maybe later this year, but I'm going to almost certainly say we're not really going to hear major news about it until next year, unless there's some leaks and things like that. One of the things that's interesting is like the architecture that's going to be used, and a lot of people going around saying this thing's going to be, you know, $700-800. It's definitely not going to be. If Microsoft wanted to put out a 6 teraflop console this year, this holiday, they could do it for $600 or $700. The entire idea, the entire point of waiting until 2017 is to wait for the new, powerful, yet inexpensive parts so they can do this at a cheaper price to the consumers. Now say it with me. Cheaper price for the consumers. That means us. I'm not saying that this thing's not going to be $500. I'm saying it's not going to be $700 or $800 or the $1,000 that a lot of you people are trying to run out there and say, oh man, this thing's going to be so expensive and it has to be blah blah blah. Look, you're going to see the PS4 Neo most likely go for $400 to $450, right? And that's with parts out right now. You know, adding a couple extra teraflops or 2.5 more teraflops isn't going to really cost, you know, come next year with these new parts, especially like they're saying what, using Zen and all this kind of stuff. This stuff isn't like super expensive anymore. So Microsoft is waiting. They're being very smart about this, waiting and putting out games that, you know, or putting out a system that is going to be powerful yet affordable. And I think it's a game changer. I think what they're doing is very smart, and I think that a lot of people are going to be impressed with what they do. From what I've heard, you know, 7 to 8 teraflops. So the whole 6 thing is a little bit, I think, misleading. I think Microsoft wasn't showing their hand too early. They were just more or less kind of waiting and, you know, seeing what's going on. You don't want to tip your hand too early, especially with Sony. But again, I think that the Neo was in development, and I guess we've seen sketches of this stuff already. So we know that that thing's been in development for a while and probably already being worked on. I know for a fact, as someone who has the documents, the developer documents, that, you know, developers had the dev kits and things like that and were told the spec and how to do things in the frame buffers and the resolution buffers and all this kind of stuff. So it's definitely going to be an interesting situation, but there could possibly be 2 different versions of Scorpio, you know, one with a smaller hard drive, one with a larger hard drive, and I'm going to say that it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility to see one version of the Scorpio go between $400 and $450, and the other one being maybe $550 or something along those lines. It's going to be really a hardcore gaming machine. And again, the whole success of Xbox isn't really determined whether or not this game does well or this console does well, because I still think the S is the mainstream console and the Scorpio is the, you know, the enthusiast console. Just like the Elite controller, the Xbox Elite controller, they probably sell a million times more of the regular controllers. You know, I'm sure a lot of people are buying those custom controllers for $70 or $80 or whatever it is, but the Elite controller for the enthusiast, and they've done over 1 million of those. So we know there's a market for both, and it's all about options and choices, and what Microsoft is doing is giving us those options and choices. But just be realistic and don't be one of those fools like Chicken Littles out there, okay? The sky falling at $700, $800, Microsoft screwed, all this bullshit, because that's not going to happen. Microsoft is smart, and it's going to be a premium product, but it's not going to be foolishly priced. So, I mean, it's going to be probably, I wouldn't doubt $500, but definitely not going to be no $700, $800. Get the hell out of here. Let me know what you guys think. Sound off, comment, rate, subscribe. Rack that shit up. Crapgamer out.